it is Gu versus Rentao.
Tem excelentes jogadores aí que tem aquela qualidade, tem aquela dificuldade um pouquinho a mais para marcar, normal. Mas acredito que acho que o jogador mais difícil será o Google Games, né? Porque a gente já jogou 3 presenciais juntos, uma eu ganhei, né? Que foi o Mundial, as outras 2 ele ganhou. Eu acho que ele vai ser um confronto ali realmente complicado. Tenho certeza que ele quer me vencer e eu também quero vencer ele.
やっぱりレンタオ選手との試合が一番緊張するかなと思っていて、何度も戦ってる相手ですし、お互い知り合った仲なので、すごく楽しみにしています。
Here they are, Rentao and Gu. They know each other well, they face off time and time again. They always seem to find their way back to each other in these competitions, Barry. Rentao, he is seemingly on better form, in fine form and festival here in Barcelona. For Gu, you can see just based on his body language, seems just a bit laboured and clearly not very happy with how things have gone so far today.
Yeah, I agree. I think just looking at the body language there, I mean, we saw sometimes when the first match goes against you, you can bounce back, as we've already seen today, or even if you ship a very heavy, like a loss, like if you lose a lot in one game, you can kind of just chalk it down and you can just put it to bed. But I think if that starts to follow you through into the next game, it's very hard to shake it off after 2 games. And Rentao just seems to be going from strength to strength. He's looking very chill. They do have a history though, and you mentioned it, Harry, like you do have the history there as well. That sometimes kind of, doesn't that like overwhelm every other thing? The stat book goes out, the tactics go out. Sometimes it could just be, you know, blow for blow, and that's what we could see today. Rentao is obviously more in form at the moment, but that goes out the window when you're playing against a rival.
Absolutely. Rentao himself mentioned in the video that they've matched up 3 times previously. I'm missing a bit of data there.
Yeah,
I'm trying
to fill you in.
Trying to rack my brain because I know they matched up in the World Finals. But I'm trying to think when they would have played against each other outside of the Manchester United club event. It's I'll have to go and do my research. I'm slacking here, Barry.
You're slacking. You're the encyclopedia. You can't be lacking like that.
Luckily, we have Rentao on location to give us the intel that actually it's Gu that has gotten the better of him more often than not.
Yeah.
Rentao won the big one in 2024, but a chance to settle the score here in Barcelona.
And that does follow you around as well when somebody just has your, like we say, has your number or has your kind of like marker, I suppose, where they kind of know how you play, they know how you set up, and they know how to kind of push your buttons in-game as well in terms of what you don't like to defend, and they know your weaknesses and your strengths, so they kind of stay away from what you want to be doing. I do think that rivalry games like this, they're very difficult to call, but I mean, the respect that these 2 guys have for each other is probably huge, and you know, you always want people to push you to be a little bit better than you can be. This is what happens when you meet up with guys like this. And it is interesting that you say that they've met 3 times. That's a nice bit of trivia as well to have. Or Rentao said that. Or Gu said that? Rentao said that?
Said that. I wish I knew what the third occasion was.
Yeah, it's killing you now. I know it's killing you.
It's the perfectionist in me. Regardless, they will meet here yet again. Rentao against Gu. It is the 2024 World Champion in the home strip and, well, the 2024 World Championship runner-up, defending here first with that red cursor and that changed Barca strip, both with eyes set on trying to represent the Catalan club, the Catalan giants at the World Finals. This club houses the reigning world champion in Juninho. Surely not 2 years in a row for Barcelona.
The talent we've seen today.
It could be done.
Yeah.
Rentao with the earliest strong spell of possession into the box here with Ferran Torres. Oh, the strike gets off and Well, how many times today have we seen it ricochet in from the post? This time, the frame of the goal saving Gu's skin here in the opening 15. Frenkie de Jong. Sadly turns the ball over, and Rentao just taking his time here.
Rentao's very patient. He's very patient in possession. He doesn't rush it. He nearly like waits till the last second to pass the ball into space.
Certainly seems the happier of the two in the opening 25. No goals as of yet. It's been a tough day from what we've seen of Gu.
Yeah.
Obviously we saw him open the show, the curtain raiser for Mobile, after going 1-0 up against Medrado. Sadly surrendering that scoreline over by the full-time whistle. Seems to have gone very similarly elsewhere off-stream for him, so needs to keep tabs on everything Rentao's doing here. Lofted pass through towards Rashford. That one headed back to the goalkeeper. Nice passage of play, but nothing to come from it.
Again, he's just dominating possession in those areas and picking his passes wherever he wants them, really.
Nice 1-2 by Gu. Lamine Yamal giving chase to this one. Gallops into the box now as a couple of men to try and find almost the back heel.
Cheeky.
That would have been something special. With how much the ball has stayed in play here in the first half, we're already almost at half-time. Lewandowski almost finding that channel. But the first half will end 0-0 between Gu and Rentao.
Yeah, Rentao, I mean, they both had chances there, but I think Gu probably had the best chance there, and he had just one at the end there as well that he probably should have done a lot better with. Rentao is playing definitely on his terms. I mean, he's got 41 passes compared to 21, passes that Gu has, and he's dominating possession. The thing I like is with Rentao is that he plays the ball in those middle areas, but he's super patient. He's a lot more patient than most people I've seen. He just waits, and then he pulls the trigger. And if it's not on, he just recycles the ball back. You need serious patience for that, especially if you start losing. But that's why he's playing the way he is, because he's used to actually going a goal up, I would say.
Oh, nice control there by Yamal. Second half is underway. Rashford. Rentao continuing the patience he exhibited in the first half. Here in the second. Nice turn by Marcus Rashford. Oh, strike from so far away.
Rashford again.
Showtime Rashford. Who
Beautiful
else?
goal. Yeah, that card is absolutely fire today. It's just like that's just a moment of magic, and it's the power of the card as well there with that specific Rashford. I'm trying to hear myself talk over the celebrations here, but Rentao has absolutely lost it. It's a brilliant strike, and in fairness, Harry, I mean, that's good defending. It's just better attacking. It's just a brilliant goal.
It's great to see a smile back on his face. As I said before, after winning in 2024, seemed to go somewhat missing last year. Been waiting for this kind of in-person event to really reignite the fire that Rentao knows he can bring to the eFootball mobile scene. And well, look at how happy he is. He's attacking again here, far side, Lamine Yamal. Looking for Rashford again, that dangerous Showtime card that time. Can't get anything on target.
Yeah, I think Gu's going to go in and change things now and just have a look and see what he can do. Maybe both of them will change things, but Gu definitely has to do something, because again, we keep talking about it, we keep recycling our own points, or I keep recycling what I'm saying, but it's just difficult to get into the game, I think, from Gu here.
Well, one Brazilian scored and another one replied. Medrado against Apriamashvili.
Lewandowski again, showing his class.
Has scored not one but 2 goals, it looks like.
Substitution for Barcelona.
The Mario Cup champion. He has been
on to replace him is
so strong here in the group stages, Medrado. He is just... I can't think if he's dropped any points up to this point.
No, he looks to be the informed player.
Everyone else giving chase. Rentao trying to turn the screw. Yamal across the floor towards Torres. "20 minutes left in this match. It's been a tough day at the office for Gu.
Yeah, it just seems to have not been his day so far today. He just hasn't been able to get into it. He's carved out some good chances in each game that we've seen.
Strong challenge. It looks as if, at least if things continue the way they're going for Gu, he will have to wait for another club event to see if he can continue the streak of qualifying for the World Finals through club event finals. Here's Balde for Rentao. Well, still 5 minutes to play here, so
there's a chance.
if he plays his cards right, which he is so far, Pedri into the box.
That's great defending as well, isn't it?
Isn't it just?
Indeed.
Oh, about to tick over into the 90th minute of the match. Rentao.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
He said in the video, played 3 times against Gu before, been bested by him twice. I think he's just evened up the scorecard here.
He has.
1-0 to Rentao, the Brazilian champion of 2024, with another 3 points here in Barcelona.
You could just see the difference between the winning and losing of it here. Such a difference here. Rentao is saying, listen, do you forget who I am? I think that's what he's saying. That's what I'd be saying. But listen, it's a tough day at the office for Gu. I mean, he's obviously upsetting himself, and you don't like seeing that either because of the pressure these guys put on themselves. It just didn't fall for him today in the games that we saw even on stream. Like, it just didn't seem to fall. Like, he's not losing, you know, that game too much. It's 1-0. But I think he knows himself that he did struggle today, especially some of the passing that he was making. It just did not flow for him today, which can happen as well, Harry. I mean, there's a lot of pressure on possession-wise. I mean, Rentao, passing-wise, it just tells the tale there, really, doesn't it? One shot on target. It was a good chance from Gu, but after that, Rentao played on his terms.
Yeah, indeed he did. We can see some of the handiwork from Rentao here. That is the sole goal that separates the two. And yeah, it's the contrast of emotions on the stage. On one side, Gu bitterly disappointed all the way from Japan. Of course, it's getting late over there. In fact, it's probably the early hours at this point in time, but either way, he would have hoped to show the better version of himself than he has here, but he can hold his head high and know that there is still going to be opportunities for him this season. For Rentao, though, again, I cannot say how proud I am of him after the difficulty he had last year. I mean, we saw him at the Manchester United finals, but didn't go his way on that occasion.
Yeah.
After he won the World Championships in 2024, it was glitz, glamour. He had all the plaudits, had the award shows, you know, was on the red carpet. In the end, after last year's performance, he had to sit and watch his countrymate Juninho then go through that same process, knowing what it feels like, having had a disappointing season. He's now back here in person. He's clearly a lot happier based on how his performances have gone so far. And yeah, Rentao, he seems to be back.
Yeah, he does seem to be back, and that's dangerous. I mean, you said it earlier, like if he can start firing on all cylinders, this is the tournament now. I think he would have probably earmarked that he's got his chance. And he's saying, listen, I'm here in person now. He's pointed to himself a few times today and saying, listen, I'm here in the flesh, okay? I'm going to be loud, but I'm going to back up what I'm saying. We've seen that from the Brazilian guys today. It's just domination. That's what he's started to do. His possession has been very, very solid. He's very methodical in how he's approaching the games as well, and he's analysing what's open for him. But then he gets a chance, and similar to Medrado, there's kind of a lot of there's cross-play there going between them, I think, of how they're actually approaching this. But I think Gu as well, yeah, I mean, he's a great guy, a great opponent. I'm sure he'll be back. But it is a tough one for him. It's been a tough day for him as well, hasn't it?
It has, especially when you consider his pedigree, Alex, in former club events. In 2024 was the FC Inter champion. In 25 was the Manchester United champion. We'll have to wait a little bit longer to see if he can win one in 2026, though.
So far in the main stage, it's been a Brazilian clean sweep, has it? A lot of noise, a lot of passion, really. And very... Didn't know you spoke Brazilian.
Well, I'm
Speak Portuguese.
I'm just translating what I think he's saying. It's open to correction. I'm sure people are saying, no, that's not what he's saying at all. But I think that's probably what his body language has been, is to say, like, listen, I'm here, I'm ready, I've done it before, I'm going to do it again. And he's just been very, calm today in his play. But similar to Medrado, I mean, we get a look at the group stage or the group standings, like, it's had that sort of flair about it today, hasn't it? Where these two guys seem to be the in-form players and seem to be ready to win it all, I think.